All right, guys, let's get back after it. Welcome all the new subscribers. We picked up at least one since the last video. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming back and watching. Those have been here before. We left off, we just planed it. We ended up at about 1 inch and 5/8 thickness. Plenty for a boy's axe. Actually, the eye at its widest point is only about 5/8, so we got plenty of room there. I've never tried to do one this way, so I get a little nervous. I want to double check where we're at. So I'm threw that pattern back up on there. Grab my handy dandy pencil here. We'll draw it back on there best as we can. Try to get her about where we were. It's kind of crazy doing it this way with this wild piece of wood. I really got to pay attention to what we're doing, or we'll end up with something that we don't really want. So I think that's pretty darn close there. I'm just going to tell you, if you haven't found one of these yet, you need to find one. It's got great big lead in it. It's got a sharpener in the end, automatic. Really handy. It's got that little, it's fine right here, so you can get into the hard to reach places, as they say. So let's take a look at what we got here. I hope this works out. I really do. So we're a little proud here yet. A little proud here, so we're gonna get that knob in there. I'm sure that's not exactly where it was before, but I think we're still good. So let's mark this turkey out, get a center on it. Yeah. As you can tell, I do not clean up very good between projects. I just don't. So I'm going to turn you off and I'll find them and I'll come back. How's that? Okay, we're back. I'm not even kidding you. That took like 10 minutes to find them. They were right over there. I got so frustrated, I just started going. What I did is I took the clappers, I measured this. We were 38.54 millimeters. We divided that in half. That's 19.27. We found it on here. I made a little mark, double checked it. Then I got this little guy out. And let's just put it in the vise here. Makes it a lot easier to draw back and forth. See if you can see that all right. We'll adjust you a little bit. So then we take this guy and we scribe a center line in there. And this is a little rough. It's working. I'll pull it back the other way just in case. And where it's hitting this knot, it's moving a little bit. No biggie. No biggie. So we got center there. Yeah, I'd say we're pretty good. Pretty good on center there. And then just to make it easier to see, pull A little graphite down that hole. Let's grab a good handle. And here's that little Pexto wax that I just cleaned up the other day. And I gotta tell you, if you haven't ever had Killinger snake juice in your shop, you need some, just as an air freshener. If you've ever smelled buckskin, that's what that stuff smells like, and it is wonderful. So we are 1980, 19.80 millimeters. Now what I'm doing is figuring out how thick we want that handle to be. So then we'll reset this, and that's got a, excuse me, went in and ate an elk hamburger, kicking back on me a little. Got a little pointy guy, put that in that groove we just made. Loosen up the bolt, holder on there flush. And then we got that. Here, let me show you this. This is so cool. Take the end off of this turkey. Got a pencil sharpener in the end of it. Put that lead in there, give her a twist. Sharp. Awesome. All right. I should have, I just thought of something. Should have marked across the top of this. I'm going to sand it first. Get her square. Because we want to start with something good. To the sides. Put her over here in the vise, and I'll move you guys. In fact, we're gonna take that guy out of the vise and we're gonna do something else first. We're gonna need to make a pattern for her eye, right? So let's just do that right now. Put the soft jaws in there. Top of the eye up is how I do it. Put this guy over there like that. And we're going to make ourselves a pattern. So now we got a little pattern here. I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to recenter our marking gauge, which is really easy to do. We just put that turkey in the groove again. Tighten her up. Give her one of those. And that side's not real square, so I'll just go off of this side. It lines right up. Whoop. Now we got a center line there. It goes like this, but that's all right. We're making an axe, not building a piano. Lay this guy on there, and it looks a little large. But I think we'll be okay. So we're poking out over here. I'm not sure why. We checked this, I thought. We are still good there. And we're barely good there, so okay. When you're carving an axe handle, make sure you're in frame. You don't want to remove material coming back into here. You want to remove it here. That keeps your knot, and then you don't end up with a crazy looking axe handle. I've made that mistake before. So what we'll do is we'll cheat this back a little bit, and I'm going to look at where that knob is. I'm going to try to center that best I can. Looks pretty good. Pretty good. So we'll make a mark. I know we're going to be okay. Yeah, we'll be okay. Top of the eye is wider. That's why I start that way, because I always take too long removing material. Throw that turkey in there. And we're going to start shaving away. There's our knob. Going to start just above that. And we got plenty of material down here anyway, but you may as well take that line clear away. Because for whatever reason, you always end up taking it and getting rid of it. Axe head up on there and see what it's doing. So now that that's on there, we're only missing about a 16th back here. So we're all right. Let's grab this spoke shave. Round this off a little bit. Top and bottom. Don't take too much. I'll take these coveralls off. I'll be right back. Oh my goodness. 78 degrees. That's warm enough. Holy cow. Throw you back in there. Man, I'll tell you what, it's like a sauna in here. All right. Here's what we've done so far. Not perfectly centered, but we're close enough to start maybe seeing if that head's gonna fit. I'm gonna take these soft jaws out of the way for now, because we're not close to our thickness yet, so we can make a mark or two in there. Oh yeah. A little ridge right there we can take out, and then we can start tamping that down a little bit and let it tell us where it wants to go. got a Sharpie on one corner. So we got these splines in here, and they make it a little tougher. That's all right. They don't let the head move either, so. Just using that to give us a little idea of where we're at. All right, check her again. At first it's a little tedious. That's how we get it where we want it, right? So that was on there pretty level, pretty square, right where it needed to be. You can see on this side, we're starting to cut a kerf in there. Very little on this side, just the splines. So we'll work this side in a little more, get her even, then we'll start working it down. I'll go ahead and work it a while and bring you back. All right, let's take a look at what we got going on here. So we're to the point that we're tapping the bottom of the handle instead of the head, and that will give you a more true idea of where you need to take material from. You can see those ridges there. We're a little fat on this side yet, so we'll take some off of there, and yeah, that's where we're at. All right, we're back. We've been doing some work. Show you where we're at here. We're getting it right down there. We're almost, we're right there. We're getting close. Here, a little tap there. Show you what we got. That's where we're at. This side, of course, needs a little more work on it. That knot is hard to work. But I will tell you this much. We're getting close enough now. That guy are probably going to get retired. And we'll just start sanding now, because you're going to have to sand tool marks out later anyway. And we're pretty close, so it's getting on to about 10 o'clock. I done cooked myself out of here. I had it at 80 degrees at one point. I was just about to die. So I'm going to turn it off, and we'll come back out tomorrow and continue on.